Hi, I'm ELIZA Parker with Conscious Baby. I'm going to share my baby guided sleep process and how I help families. If your baby or toddler is not sleeping well, there's a good reason and we need to listen. You're not failing. The problems you're facing are about more than just sleep because sleep is a state. So, in order to truly help your child sleep, we must take a deep dive into the root causes that are affecting your child's state of being. So, what we'll do in this package, I will help you identify and address those underlying needs. And when these deeper needs are addressed, sleep improves, other behaviors begin to resolve. Sometimes families come to me with some strain in the relationship, the parent child relationship, that improves. Plus, you'll understand what your child is communicating better, you'll know how to build relationship skills. You'll have the freedom and the know how to really parent the way that you want to. When root causes go unaddressed, those underlying needs or that pent up stress doesn't actually go away. It tends to morph into other issues. So, you may find yourself wanting to wait it out, or you might find other solutions that appear to work, but if they don't address the root cause, then those effects will only be temporary. And also, your child can stay dependent on the externals, everything being just right, the lighting, the temperature. That can keep you stuck in a loop. And that's because habits provide us 0 degrees of freedom, no options. So we really want to address these needs early. Habits will get set up whether we do so intentionally or not, especially around emotions and relationship. So the benefit of doing this early, meaning as soon as you're aware that something's up, um, or you just want to go ahead and set up foundations, you learn to recognize these communication signals really early on and just establish healthy practices. The challenge of waiting is that those habits can get more and more set in, and then there can be more and more to unwind, which I also do with families all the time. So don't lose hope. But there is a great benefit to going ahead and addressing these things as soon as you get the sense that something's up. Okay. In my baby guided sleep program, we cover 3 areas: stress release, birth story, and the third area for babies is baby led motor development. For toddlers, is attachment play. The first area, stress release. Okay, when something's on your mind, does it affect your body or your sleep? Same for your baby or your toddler. They innately know that in order to sleep, they need to relax. And in order to relax, they may need to let off some steam. Babies have a very healthy process for doing this, for releasing stress that's not commonly recognized. I don't mean cry it out, but it does involve a need to let out some stress. So I'll be showing you how to recognize these signals and what to do about it in real time while we meet together pre-sleep. When you can do this, your child will be able to release some pent-up stress, get those deeper feelings out, relax more deeply, and you'll be building two-way communication skills. It'll help you with tantrums and behaviors down the road. When the stress release process is not addressed, those feelings can submerge and they may wake up your baby later during the night, or they can develop into difficult behaviors down the road. Sometimes they morph into other things that seem connected with sleep or may seem different. The second area, birth story. Do babies remember their birth? You betcha, and they will relentlessly continue doing whatever they need to in order to understand and heal. And that's true for all of us. They need to process their feelings and experiences just like we do. And this often has a huge impact on sleep. So, in this package, we will help your child and you process their birth experience. We do that through your child's movements, through play, through sharing the story. And you may really be surprised at how much your child understands and communicates. And it can be a really magical process. When we do this, there are so many wonderful things I see happen across the board. So, sleep mysteries resolve, behavior mysteries can resolve, and it depends on what in these three areas are affecting your child's state, but can help sleep and behavior mysteries resolve. Often see beautiful moments of reconnection and understanding from the child. Healing of parent child tension in the relationship can happen. And many families notice a marked difference in connection, bonding, level of trust. If there's something your child is trying to process that goes unaddressed or unresolved, here's how it can turn out later. Those unresolved experiences can turn into difficulties in the parent child relationship. Those things can linger into childhood and through adulthood. That can include anger or extreme separation difficulty or just not getting along. You might see striking behaviors like a child who seems particularly demanding or has difficulty with transitions. Some of these things, yeah, they can be fairly, quote, normal for toddlers or babies, but also sometimes there's a deeper layer. And it's the things that just seem to stick and they're not just a phase or strange fears. This is all because the birth experience around that time, pregnancy, after birth, set up can set up some very early subconscious habits for how we relate with people and our environment. And then also, if you've ever experienced that sense that something's not quite right, that no one can put their finger on, you might have felt this yourself. I have, or you might see it in your child. Like, "God, what is going on? It just seems like something is. They just won't settle." That often stems from unresolved past experiences. And all of these feelings and habits can last and linger a lifetime. So when we work with birth story, birth experience, we help your child resolve those things, help you, and it can be a really incredible at times and very magical and insightful experience. The third area, okay, I'm going to talk about babies first. Baby-led motor development. Sitting, standing, walking, you may not know that your baby will find those milestone positions on his or her own without being taught. It's super cool, but it's not only cool, it's crucial for optimal development in their body and brain. Healthy movement is about daily function and how we express ourselves. Why it matters for sleep is that it has an impact on self-regulation. It's how well your child can switch from stimulation to calm. Babies, again, habits. Babies develop habits by how we hold and move them. So whether you do so intentionally or not, habits can get established. It's not that you're doing it wrong. It's that it is within your power to help your baby be even more comfortable. So this, and I'll share with you how I'll help you recognize those things so that you can take it to the next level with what you're already doing. This baby-led approach is opposite the cultural norm of parent-led, as I call it, and it might even be opposite what you're hearing of advice you're hearing to make baby practice sitting and standing. But there are implications to that relate to stimulation and sensory intake. So, in baby guided sleep, I will show you the key tips for holding and moving your baby that directly contribute to relaxation and help reduce startle and tension in his or her body. Sometimes it's really obvious, you can see the startle or the tension, and sometimes it's not. So, I'll help you with that. When you can implement a baby led approach during daily interactions, you'll help your baby relax and be comfortable, and you'll also be able to build his or her skills for navigating stimulation. This is really important for everyone, but especially if you have a child who is highly sensitive or seems to be very aware. Without a baby led approach to motor skills, it's easy to miss some of these cues of overwhelm and tension in a baby's body because it's not commonly taught. But your baby may end up maybe getting revved up inadvertently. This can happen during transferring rather than settling down. So some families see this when they go to baby falls asleep, they go to transfer and baby wakes up. That's a common example of this. The third area now for toddlers, attachment play. Play is a very natural way of communicating for a toddler, and when parents come to me for help with toddler sleep, there are usually some other challenging behaviors going on at the same time. So, attachment play involves specific ways that you can play with your child that help them process their experiences and help you address challenging behaviors, helps to reduce tension through laughter. And it also charges up their sense of connection and feeling safe, which is another key for letting go and relaxing for sleep. When parents can utilize attachment play, here are some things I commonly see that they can reduce some of that built up tensions on purpose, purposely reduce it so that it's not in the way when it's time to relax and sleep. For some toddlers, the satisfaction of connection and safety when done before bed helps them drift off to sleep more easily. And then beyond sleep, attachment play gives you a window into your child's mind. It gives you ways to understand your child, what they're thinking, ways to work through issues together, and confidence, also knowing how to handle tantrums or prepare your child for upcoming transitions and events. When parents don't have the tools in their pocket for reducing tensions, you'll tend to feel the impact sooner or later. So, unreleased tension tends to lurk in our bodies and in our thinking, in our minds. You may feel this in your shoulders, your breathing. Do you lie awake at night thinking about something? So, for your child, and really for any of us, this can mean disrupted sleep. Unresolved experiences also lurk, waiting inside us to be understood and processed, and can keep them up at night, just like it can keep us up at night. Also, you may already know the frustration for yourself and for your toddler when you don't understand what they're trying to tell you. It may be in the moment, or it may be kind of more big picture overarching. Like, what are you trying to communicate? What's going on? Attachment play can support sleep and will help you with all these other areas as well. Your child's sleep problem, what looks like a problem, those sleep troubles, it's not just a sleep problem. We're going to tackle sleep, but you'll also gain so much more than that in the realm of building lifelong connection and communication with your child. You'll gain confidence in how you parent and in understanding your child. This work is really life-changing. So you're truly investing in your relationship and your life together, and you'll leave with so much more than just solutions around sleep. So, to get started, follow the links on my website or contact me by email. And if you have further questions, feel free to reach out by email.